Picture this. It's your first day as a shiny new deputy of the Los Santos Police Department SWAT team. You just got done clearing your first room. Congratulations. You took out all the baddies, secured all the evidence, and you're about to make your exit when, the one dude you missed. He comes out from under the bed like a cracked out version of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. You don't stand a chance. Turn you and your team into the cast of the latest slasher film. Well, that was before you watched this video. Wait until the end and I'll tell you why. So you want to know about health, armor, and debuffs and how they work in Ready or Not? Good news. I did the research so you didn't have to. Really quick fun fact. Did you know that dying is really bad for your health? And speaking of health, let's see how it works. At the beginning of each game, players start with 160 health points. When getting shot in the limbs or your armored hull you call a plate carrier gets breached, there's a chance that this can cause bleeding. The bleeding effect causes the player to lose 3 health points a second. While bleeding, the player will slowly drop all the way down to 25% movement speed within 4.5 seconds. This effect will last until you start bandaging. Leaked a little bit too much red juice though? That's okay. If you're below 50% health or 80 points, when the bandage animation ends, you will heal back to 50% automatically. So this hypothetically means you're an unstoppable killing machine. Assuming that is you can bandage faster than the AI can shoot at you. Sadly though, you cannot heal above 50% health, even if you stop the bleeding above that halfway mark. Do you know what this little guy down here is telling you? Well, that white outline actually means a lot more than what you think. At full health, the paper doll outline will be completely white. As you succumb to more injuries, this will start turning into a darker shade of red. If your icon loses its nifty little helmet, that means the next shot you receive to the dome could be a free lobotomy. As in, your helmet broke. It's gone. If you're a total Giga Chad rocking ceramic plates, and suddenly your mini-me in the bottom left-hand corner is naked, that means you should start second-guessing career paths, because those are also gone. Now let's talk about debuffs. You get hit in the head and somehow survive. Congratulations, you're basically going to be wearing drunk goggles the rest of the game. Shot in the arms and bleeding everywhere? Well, until you get that bandage back on, you're not hitting the broadside of a barn, because you're getting this really cool buff that drastically increases your recoil. Guess what? You keep getting shot in the legs now. Every time you get shot, you'll receive a 2.5% movement penalty, maxing out at 10% with no way to remove this debuff. And worst of all, you brought steel plates. Well, let's just say you're not even competing in the Paralympics with the movement penalties you're about to incur. And finally, if your right leg is injured, you cannot kick doors. You can try 4 times, each count as 1 hit. After that, the game will not allow you to kick doors at all. Damage caps. You can only receive 70 points of damage per hit by AI, but if it's your SWAT team that's gone a little bit too trigger happy, well, AI or multiplayer, there isn't a cap, so let's hope they miss. You have the basics down now, but you're not quite ready for your first mission. Let's talk about that high-speed fit you picked out first. Did you know, depending on the type of vest you choose, this will dictate the amount of equipment you can carry? And more importantly, where the armor is covering your body. Let's break it down quickly since I know you're so eager to serve and protect at 3,000 feet per second. That's how fast a 5.56 travels for those that don't know. Stab vests have 15 equipment slots and help protect against those pokeboys. Light armor has 13 slots and covers the front and back of the player. And heavy armor, it has 11 equipment slots and can provide full coverage depending on setup. Keep in mind, whatever vest you decide to wear will not affect movement speed or the effectiveness of armor or its durability. This is actually based on the 3 armor plates within the game. Once again, to quickly break it down, Kevlar does not break and has a 50% damage reduction, with no acceleration penalty. Ceramic is for those operators out there. Well, until it's broke, that is. This has a 100% damage reduction to incoming fire with only a 5% movement speed penalty per plate. But once those bad boys give out, your 100% damage reduction is dropping down to a mere 40%. Then, we get down to the rabbit and hare situation. Steel plates. This offers a continuous 70% damage reduction with no risk of breaks and tears. Although, the trade-off is an eye-watering 23% negative acceleration reduction per plate. Oh, and this really cool feature where you run the risk of bullet fragmentation. And finally, one more tidbit before we send you out, Cadet. Hitboxes and armor plate coverage. The game breaks your character up into 4 hit zones. Legs, arms, torso, and head. Legs, arms, and head don't have a directional system. For example, you're shot in the arm from behind. It doesn't matter, you're still a cripple. But the type of vest you wear matters. Let's rewind back to the story I told you at the beginning of this video. That cracked out Gollum that climbed out from under the bed? Well, Since you watched this video, you know, equipping only a front plate isn't going to save you from getting shot in the back or sides. So you decide to wear those cumbersome side plates and back plate. That high-speed team you randomly joined thought they only needed front plates. Now they're getting hit from the back like that one video. Actually, never mind. Anyway, you're able to take the shot like a man. You whip around and send him back to the Shadow Realm. So you may not be able to get that perfect S tier status you wanted, but at least you finally finished that mission you and your friends have been stuck on for days now. If you stuck around until the end, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you learned anything from this. Check out some of my other videos on the channel breaking down different game mechanics within Ready or Not. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.